Hello everybody, welcome back to the Football Manager 21 Let's Play series. First things first, let's change that horrible background. It'll automatically load the stadium pack when I start the game, but I can always switch back to this to make it a little bit easier to see the writing and stuff. Okay, so since the last video, the last episode, the last part in the series, the McGraw transfer has gone ahead. You remember the chairman fucking has done his usual trick on me and been accepting bids for our top players. Well, McGraw has gone. The good thing is he didn't go to New England for 110 grand or the poxy amount that they had offered. He actually rejected that and actually went to Montreal, who came in after. I mean, we got 190k, potentially rising to 240k. That's still somewhat lower than what obviously I expected, especially as he had a minimum fee release clause in his contract. I'm wondering why at this level of football the board and chairman are not holding out for, are not taking notice of minimum fee release clauses and forcing players to, you know, rival clubs or bidding clubs to actually make and meet that minimum release fee. Because obviously financially for the club, it would be much better if we'd got £1 million for him rather than 190k. It makes more sense that the board and chairman would hold out for that minimum release fee because it would be financially better for them, the club. Anyway, today we've got the semi-final first leg of the FA Trophy, which is very good, very nice. And unfortunately for me, lovely team has been crippled now because we've lost our top man. So Marcus Muir is going to get to start playing as our central defender, which is going to be obviously interesting. I might put him back to false 9. I might make him complete forward on attack, actually. Complete forward probably suits Remy at this moment in time. So, yeah, let's go and have a look at Barrow then. And obviously, 2 legs, home and away, and then we'll place Fylde or Solihull Moors. I imagine we'll end up playing Fylde in the final if we get that far. Right, we're not. Are we going to go cautious? We're going to go cautious. We will do shorter passing though to keep control of the ball. I'm going to put swap Toure and Stobbs just in case it tells me. Just in case it tells me. I'm going to bring Cisse on for Lancaster as well. And because I think Cisse is a much better central defendery type person. Right, let's get on with this. Romani Medford-Smith will take the armband today. Yeah, because of course McGraw was our captain and he's now gone. I wonder then, I wonder if we're going to lose influence now, you know, leadership on the pitch because of our... Go out there and grab us a win. Defenders, pump the fists. Fielders, pump the fists. Attackers, go out there and grab us some goals. Come on, lads. They're pretty much copying my formation at this point. Let's just hope we've got better players than them. Oh, we're playing in our Harchester United purple. That's fantastic. Purple and blue, bit of a colour clash. Which is funny because I don't know whether you follow real football, people watching this series, but there was quite an uproar the other day after the Liverpool v Man U match this past week, where the department or company or whatever it is that deals with colour blindness has filed a complaint with the Premier League that the Manchester United and Liverpool kits clashed and made it very difficult for people with colour blindness to be able to follow the match and follow the action and understand what was happening in the game. And I'm absolutely astounded by that, because when I watched the match, Liverpool played in all red, Manchester United played in all black. But last time I checked, black and red are not colours you would be able to get confused, even if you were colourblind. You know, that's quite a significant. I mean, if you were colourblind, one team's going to appear light coloured on your screen. The other team is definitely still going to appear fucking dark and black because they're playing in dark black. So I completely didn't understand that whole complaint that this, and there was this whole thing about, all clubs are asked to submit their kit choices to the Premier League a certain point before every fixture, and apparently the Premier League has this software system they put this thing into for every match, and it generates then and flags up if there's going to be any issues for this colourblind society, which they then feed back to the clubs. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's still the club's decision whether or not they agree to make the changes to avoid clashes or issues, or whether they carry on. And certainly in the case of the Man United-Liverpool match, there was no option. Man United didn't have an option, because if they, the only way they could not clash kits with Liverpool was to play in all black, because obviously Man U's home kit is red with white shorts, black socks. So we couldn't exactly have gone, and Liverpool are red normally with white shorts and red socks, but they played in red shirts, red shorts, red socks. So we played in our away kit, which was as far from Liverpool's home kit as we could possibly get. There was no option for us to do anything else without causing a kit clash. So yeah, strange things in the real world of football. Thankfully, we don't have to contend with any of that in Football Manager. What we do have to contend with is half time, and we're 1-0 up, thanks to a goal by Alex Kempster. So that's great. That's an away goal in the first leg of the FA Trophy. And yeah, I'm quite impressed here. Goal from Rolls. Jack Rolls with the goal. Goals from Rolls. There's no point getting used to saying that, because the chairman's probably going to stitch me up and sell him. I am so freaking angry about that. So angry about that, that I've actually posted not only on the Steam forums today about that, but I've also posted on Sports Interactive's forums as well, that I think they're, it's something that they need to look at changing. I feel that if when the chairman first accepted the offer for McGraw, and I spoke to him and said, look, I think you should reconsider selling this player, because I think he's going to be far more useful and beneficial to us, in the future, and he's going to help this club to its successes, and he agreed, and he cancelled the transfer. At that point, I think the chairman and board should then have a 6-month period where they agree with you and align with you and reject all offers for the player. I think it would make far more sense, because, I went to that trouble of having the meeting, which, can go either way. depending on your manager reputation and stuff. Thankfully, at this level, my manager reputation is far above the board and the clubs, which means that they're going to agree with me and grant my requests. So, you know, they would agree to cancelling the transfer and the sale. But then the next day, the very next day, the same club makes another offer and they accept it. And that shouldn't happen. It should not happen. There should be a grace period whereby the club rejects offers for that player then after that. And especially when, like you say, he's got a minimum release fee. Right, 75 minutes, Robson's got goals. We've got a 4-0 comfortable lead. Max Robson's probably going to have to stay on the pitch. But Jack Rolls can come off for James Ball. Robson, I might switch it. No, let's bring him off. Let's bring him off. He's tired. And we'll just hang fire with the last sub. Most of these players will probably get through to the end of the match, I would think. Remay did a great job there. Even though he's not managed to get a goal today himself, he has managed to create a couple of goals. Yeah, 4-0, first leg. See, Bartlett's gone down now. Remay's going... If I'm going to replace anybody, it will be with Remay. I'll give Remay the rest. We'll bring Jordan Cox on. Kempster. Oh, that was a wasted chance. That was a wasted chance from Kempster. Oh. Alright, getting a little bit trigger happy. Compose yourself before you shoot. Picture the goal. See the goal. Make the goal. Dressing room, 4-0. We struggled for the possession in the opposition's half. Yes. Well, did we really? Good win, boys. Well done. Well done. Good result. First leg in the bag. Probably guarantees our place in the final, because if we were to lose 5-4 at home, 5-0 at home, I would be quite surprised. You know? Or if we lost 5-1 at home, I would be very surprised. Fylde have guaranteed themselves a playoff spot. Yeah, we expected that. And Classy Robson was on form. Superb in front of goal. 2 goals. Very good form. Very good form. 10-game unbeaten run continues. Yes, so Fylde have guaranteed their playoff spot. I imagine Chorley will be next. Boston are out there again in the league. The thing is, this is also sad. It's also going to be a little bit sad this year. Because obviously when you look at the league and you see where FC United are not going to get promoted, so we won't be playing them next season unless we meet them in the cup. We're not going to play them in the league, so all our little rivalry with FC United is going to come to an end this year because we're going to move past them. Possibly Boston might come up with us, which means we can keep our local rivalry going. But yeah, It's going to be... Next season's going to be a whole new era. A whole new era, whole new ball game. Transfer window closes at 5 p.m. Not brought anybody in new. I did have a scouting meeting thingy majiggy doodah. That we were doing. We were scouting some players. We had a recruitment meeting. And there's a whole bunch of players that I said go ahead and scout that we might be looking to bring in. Although, strangely, the recruitment meeting was for a striker, a right winger, and wasn't for the centre-back position, which obviously we'd just lost by having Matey Boy sold. Devonte Redmond is still available. He's still without a club. I don't know whether to bring him in. Don't know whether to bring him in. And he can play on the left wing. He can kind of play up front, although he's not going to be great with his finishing stats. I mean, dribbling, crossing, all that's not great. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, obviously, if we're going to bring anybody in, it needs to be central defenders. Most realistically. So Jordan was impressive in the under-23s. Again, he's another player that's probably coming to the end of his life expectancy at the club. Let's have a look. Defenders. Brandon Taylor. Filed. No nonsense fullback. I saw his height somewhere. 167 metres. Weight 63. So he's not really a centre-back then, is he? He's not really a centre-back. He's a flipping midget. I won't play him as a central defender because he's too short. Tyrone Williams at York. 186 centimetre. 1.86 metres, 78. See, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Again, kind of... no nonsense centre back. Ball playing defender is not bad. You know, he's been a bit of a journeyman, hasn't he? He's played for a lot of clubs. How old is he? He's 27. He's got a bit of age. He's got a bit of age and experience on his side then. Scout him. I think these are all the players that we asked to go and scout. These are the players on obviously my default list of scouting. These are all my new players that I've asked them to go and get reports on. I'm probably not going to make any changes before the summer. Let's get promoted. Let's get the reputation increases for the club and everything, and our new standing in football. And then let's see what players we can attract. Let's of course wait to see what Premier League clubs, what young youthful Premier League clubs players are getting axed this year. And let's see whether or not we're going to get any good potential young ex-Premiership Academy players. Attend the press conference. Okay, let's kick this off with the first question from Pete Waldron. Now you've won the title, how do you see your mistake? We want to win every match that's remaining. Surely expected for Grantham on Tuesday, but are you against spending more team in good form? Best, what seems to be his overachievement? Daniel Ogikoki seems to be carrying this side, and many think he has the ability to play. Hold on to him. He's playing well, enjoying his football here. Why would he want to leave the club at such a... I won't rule out anything at this stage. Business is business. How important is it players like Dan Bartlett are ultra consistent from one match to the next, and how is it to pick them in the team as a result? Well, it's certainly preferable to having inconsistent players, right? Well, you have nothing left to play for. Hold on, there's an FA Trophy to play for. Yeah, Jack, we could probably sell players like Jared Bird, because obviously we're going to need a step up in quality. I mean, a player like Jared Bird, I'd be open to selling. Players like Zac McGraw, I would never sell in a million months of Sundays. And that's why I get upset with the board. New intake of youth players. Yes. We're going to attend the game. However, again, look at the potentials here. Christian Aliou, one of the most... He's only rated at 2 and a bit stars. We'll watch the youth game again, we will. We'll attend the match. We'll watch the youth team play, and then... Oh, of course, we've got 2 players on international duty today as well. for this match. Upcoming match against Spennymoor Town. We're not going to have Robson and we're not going to have Rolls. Because Robson's going to be playing for England under 21s, I think. And I think Robson's going to be playing for Cyprus. Yeah. Ball for Lewis Cox. Bring Stobbsy on. I'm not gonna. I know we're not running any. We've got Cameron Green as a defender. We've got Jared Bird who can drop into probably defence if need be. Oh, I forgot to tell you as well. We got rid of Benz. Benz was another player. Remember, he was an attacking midfielder. He left the club as well. And then with me now putting, or at the end of the season, putting Jack Stobbs onto a part-time contract, the only two players left at the club who will be on non-contracts are Ben Middleton and Tom Ward, the two defenders, and they're both coaches as well. They're, you know, staff members, so that's why they... But obviously, we might be looking to improve our coaching stuff a little bit. So, as you've already seen with me changing Alex Watson, removing him from head of youth and bringing in the new guy. And there's a couple of little changes like that I've done. So hopefully we're just strengthening a few areas like our performance analysis. That's been strengthened. That role has been improved. I think. Did I improve that role? Might not have done. I was looking at it, wasn't I? I don't know if I signed anybody to that role or not. We'll check after the match. I did go in and have a look at players who could fill the head performance analysis role. And I found someone who would be better than, I think it was Nathan Salmon. I don't know whether I actually signed him, whether I made an offer. I offered it, went to the offer contract, and he just wanted way more money than my club board would allow me to offer. You know, he wanted something like £900 a week, and the most my board would allow me to spend is £300. Plus he wanted like promotion rises and relegation clauses and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to offer that. So I think I walked away, and that's probably what happened there. Kempster though with a good goal. Campbell's got a booking, which is a little bit disappointing. But as a complete forward, he's kind of bringing other players into the game a little bit. No, in one of the last videos, I was playing around with the tactics a little bit, and I don't necessarily think that worked very well, did it? I've got a feeling that kind of might have maybe backfired on me. Because he wasn't playing, he was playing like as a poacher. I think he was playing as like pressing forward, or they had in those other formations that I've currently got training. They've got different roles, and I think right now he's kind of enjoying playing as a complete forward or as a false nine. False nine was what I was using before with this tactic, which seemed to enable him to get quite a few goals. Also seemed to enable him to bring in a lot of players, other players who would come into the spaces around him. We've got Stobbsy on the bench, of course, who can come on as a winger if we need a winger at any point. Campbell's gone. Campbell's legs have gone. Fatigue is setting in. And Kempster, so yeah, we're going to bring Stobbsy on at this point as well. That's it, lads. You're just going to have to kind of hold out and hang on now for the rest of the game. All right, yes. Whew. We can relax now. 2-0. I'm happy with that. The last 10 minutes were going to be a little bit tense at 1-0, especially with the fatigue situation now happening with all the players. We definitely need a holiday, I think. Our players are going to need a rest. We've played a lot of matches. We haven't done a lot of squad rotating this year. We've used a very small squad. Very small squad of players. You know, our first team 11 hasn't really, our starting 11 hasn't really changed much. It's been pretty consistent and set for every game. So we had 330 in attendance. So yeah, fans are dropping off a little bit, I would say. We're going to be without Robson and Rolls for the Barrow game as well, the FA Trophy game. Robson played 72 minutes, didn't really do much. Montreal have made a 93. Yeah. Reject all offers of a lower or equivalent value. We are not interested in, we definitely ain't interested in selling. Max Robson, and especially when we've got to give Tottenham 2% of any transfer. Andrew Armstrong, physio. Comparison, compare with Grantham Town. Physio. Highlight key attributes for medical roles. Physio. Free arm is better. 15 to 10. 15 to 10. That guy is no better than what I've got. Staff-wise, I did notice... did I? Something weird's there. We've got 2 head. Why hasn't Salmon been? I thought I'd signed a new performance analyst. Should be Matt. Yeah, we need to change up some of this stuff. Some of this is. I ought to check. He's actually compare with Grantham Town, Adrian Speed, Scout roles, Chief Scout. And actually, Speedy is better. Actually, Speedy's better. Yeah, we want to stick on that. Let's go back to reports then. Adrian's, yeah. Our Chief Scout's not great. I can't assign the new bloke. I need to go through this and have a look. Because he's not very good. David Moss. Yeah, David. Look at David Moss. Why isn't that guy? My like head scout. I probably should bump that guy up, shouldn't I? I need to make some massive changes here. I need to figure out why not all. Why is not everybody? See, I've got 2 performance analysts. I think he should have gone. Now, Roger Forrester is indeed in the role. So if we go to responsibilities now, and we go advice and reports, Roger Forrester, yeah, that's right. He's not good. I want David Moss to do that role. Media, training. Right, we'll go with that then. So hopefully, like I say, David Moss should be responsible for opposition scouting because he's better at it. I need to go through all my staff members in time and have a bit of a clear out this year. You believe he would be a useful signing? I don't. Williams. No, doesn't rate him actually. Don't rate him. After finishing a recruitment meeting assignment, no suitable players were found for an advanced forward. Okay. No players were found for a winger. Da, 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 da. Right, folks. Anyway, we've reached the end of today's episode because it's getting quite long. I'm going to take a break here. When you come back for the next video, we'll have a look at the youth team intake match. And then obviously we'll be playing... who will we be playing? We will be playing Barrow. And most likely Chorley, I would think. So thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you all again very soon. Goodbye for now. Cheerio.